It started with an eviction. The tenants in apartment 3B had been behind on rent for months. The landlord, a 64-year-old man named Calvin Davis, finally got the legal go-ahead to enter the unit and start removing items. What he found inside wasn't anything special: old furniture, piles of unopened mail, a horrible smell, and a large deep freezer in the middle of the bedroom. It was plugged in, locked shut, taped at the edges. He almost didn't open it, thought it was just rotting meat or spoiled food. But when he did, inside was the frozen body of a woman, wrapped in trash bags. Her skin was gray-blue, her hands bound in duct tape. Her name was Michelle Avery, 51. She'd been reported missing 10 months earlier by her sister. She was sweet, soft-spoken, and worked as a dental receptionist. Quiet life. Married to a man named Victor Avery, a former mechanic who'd been out of work for years due to a back injury. They were that couple you don't really notice. No kids. Lived modestly. Always together. But Michelle's coworkers said something strange started happening around fall 2017. She began coming to work with long sleeves in hot weather. Looked tired. Jumpy. She started missing shifts. Then, just before Christmas, she stopped showing up entirely. Victor told everyone she left him. Took her clothes, her ID, even her phone. Said she ran off with an old boyfriend in Florida. Said it wasn't the first time. People believed him. Until the freezer opened. What really happened? Victor cracked during questioning. He told police. She wouldn't shut up. According to his confession, they'd argued constantly about money, his drinking, the bills, and her threatening to leave. One night in January 2018, he said she slapped him. He shoved her. She fell, hit her head, passed out. But instead of calling 911, he left her on the floor. For hours. She was still breathing, but not well. Cold, barely moving. And he panicked. Wrapped her in sheets. Put her in the freezer they had bought during the pandemic, just for storage. She was still alive when he put her in. By morning, she wasn't. For 10 months, he lived in the apartment with her body in that freezer. He slept feet away, watched TV, ordered DoorDash, even had another woman over a few times, claiming his ex left the place a mess before she moved out. Victor only moved out once he knew the eviction was final. He didn't take the freezer, just grabbed a duffel bag and disappeared. They caught him 3 states away, staying with a cousin. He's currently serving 38 years. The judge said, "This was one of the most cold-hearted things I've ever seen, both literally and emotionally." People online started calling him the freezer husband. The most disturbing part? If the landlord hadn't opened that freezer, Michelle would still be listed as missing. And Victor might still be watching Netflix in that same apartment, with her just feet away.